Live from Istanbul. But first of all, Aisha, I think you want to introduce Rushda to us.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. Rushda, are you there? Is Rushda there? Rushda, are you online?
I don't think Rushda's on the line yet. Is Brother Ali on the line, perhaps? Okay, so we don't have anybody on the line yet. But Aisha, Turkey, a fantastic place. I think we're going to talk about some of the places, some of the food. I think the food, I remember with Brother Ali, he actually took me for dinner one night on the
Bosphorus.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It was amazing, the food that we had there. I got a little bit scared at first when I saw these live eels in the
I won't
tank.
be going there.
But it was a beautiful setting, beautiful evening. So I went with Ali and another couple of friends of Ali, who became friends of mine as well. But it was fantastic. The food all around in Turkey, very fresh and very healthy as well. And when we get Brother Ali on the line, he will explain to us a lot of these benefits, because he gave me quite a few lectures about the benefits of the various dishes that we had. There's history around
it, yes.
Around all these dishes, there's a lot of history. But as soon as we get Brother Ali on the line, I think but I know both of you have also been to Turkey. Maybe if you can share some of your experiences.
Turkey, my favorite was, of course, Turkish Delights. Auntie Bashira will agree with me here. Turkish Delights for sure. And I loved all the different teas.
Yes, but I think we've got Brother Ali on the line.
Great.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ali. How are you?
Are you
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Irfan, very happy to hear you again.
Yes, we spoke on Eid the last time, Ali, and I think a lot has happened since Eid, which was, I think, in May, if I remember correctly. That has been a long time ago. But Ali, I think a lot of things have happened in Turkey as well. If you can maybe just share with our listeners some of the developing things in Turkey, certainly around Islam and also around some of the cuisine that you guys, and I just told the listeners now about the fantastic dinner that you and Mr. Ayub took me on the Bosphorus River that one evening where we had some fantastic food. But if you can, obviously you are in Turkey, you've lived there most of your life, apart from the time that you spent in Saudi and in other parts of the world, Manchester as well. But maybe, Ali, if you can just share with the listeners, firstly, if we start with the developments around Islam in Turkey at this point in time.
Sure. I think the Turkish cuisine comes next then. First, about Islamic progress. Alhamdulillah, over the last 10, 20 years, lots of progress in Islam. People are reading and performing Islam much more than previous years. This is especially towards understanding the Quran. Turkish nation, after the foundation of the Republic in 1923, there was a very negative trend towards Islam when the Ottoman Caliphate was abolished. But Alhamdulillah, slowly, Turkish nation has embraced Islam once again. Together with their Arab brothers, they ruled all Middle East and half of Europe, as you know. For almost 1,000 years, Turks were defending Islam. And together with Arab brothers, they have spread the message of the Quran to the humanity. Today, this is why 1/5 of the world's population is Muslim, mainly because of Arab Sahabi and Arab brothers who were traveling all over the world, and Turkish people who were defending against the Crusades, first of all.
Yeah.
So almost all 13 or 12 or 13 Crusades, they tried to pass through Turkey.
Yes.
to capture Palestine.
Yes, Ali, we've got another lady on the line who's actually a travel consultant here in Cape Town, and she, I think it will be fantastic if you can also maybe ask her a few questions. She wants to speak to us about, especially to our listeners, about some of the interesting places in Turkey to visit from a travel agency point of view. So, assalamu alaikum to you, Ruzda. How are you this morning? We have Ruzda on the line. Hello?
Hello? Yes? Rushda, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum, Rushda.
Yes.
Ruzda, we've got Brother Ali on the line who is in Istanbul at this point in time, and you wanted to share with our listeners some of the interesting places in Turkey that listeners should visit if they are planning to go to Turkey.
Yes, Turkey is such a beautiful place, and I'm sure I heard that you guys were talking about it a bit earlier. It's rich in history, and I think Brother Ali was talking about that. The history, the culture, the cuisine. There's so much to see. So I think most of the South Africans and most of our people have gone to Istanbul and fall in love with that place. There's a host of things to see. I mean, you spoke about the cruise on the Bosphorus. One of the biggest things to do in Turkey is visit the mosques. So the Hagia Sophia, I think at this point in time, will be one of the first mosques that people would want to go and see, especially since I think it was during lockdown, they have now opened the mosque again for prayers. So you can now perform your waqt in the Hagia Sophia, which is something that hasn't happened in, I think, 60 years or so.
Yes, on that note, maybe Brother Ali can come in. I know the Hagia Sophia opened not too long ago. Ali, I think it was converted back into a masjid. Can you maybe share with the listeners some of the significance around that event?
Yeah, just last 24th of July, I guess it was 24th of July, President Erdogan has opened Hagia Sophia into a mosque again after 80 years of closure. It was closed down in 1936 by a government decree of the first president. But Hagia Sophia was the biggest temple of the Christian world, Byzantine Roman Empire. It was the biggest one for 1,000 years. And only Muslims, whenever they capture a country, they only convert the biggest church into a mosque as a symbol of the capture. But all the other churches are permitted and they are open for worshipping, because all religions are permissible and free for worshipping. So Hagia Sophia was the symbol of the capture, and in 1453, when Sultan Muhammad II captured Constantinople, Istanbul, from the Roman Empire.
Ali, now if we can just come to some of your famous cuisine that you can share with our listeners. What are some of the famous dishes that they can look forward to when they visit Turkey?
I would recommend all visitors to Turkey to try, I would give the names in Turkish and English, 3 or 4 most famous, in my opinion, of course. But if you would come again to Istanbul, certainly I will take you to an Ottoman restaurant in Istanbul, which is almost serving for the last 120 years in the very center of Istanbul. First of all, the most famous name from the cuisine of the Ottoman is Hünkar Begendi, which translates as the Ottoman Sultan likes it. There is a special. This is a lamb meat on top of a white aubergine sauce, and it's very, very delicious. Secondly, most people know in the world about doner, kebab. As you know, it's called shawarma in Middle East. But originally, it was made by Turks in 1880. Started in Bursa city. Doner is famous, but I'm not talking about doner now. There is a Iskender kebab, which is using the infrastructure of the doner, but not made of minced meat. Unfortunately, in Arab countries, they do it from minced meat. In Turkey, originally, it's cut slices from the meat. These slices are, as you know, pressed, and it becomes a doner. And on top of that doner, Alexander kebab, in English, Alexander kebab, it's they are putting hot tomato sauce and hot melted butter and aside yogurt. So
yes,
Alexander kebab.
Brother Ali, unfortunately we've run out of time, but we want to thank you for giving us some time this morning. And inshallah, I will be speaking to you in the week as we agreed to talk about some other opportunities.
Inshallah, please, if you can publish the pictures of those
Yes.
4 famous food I sent you a few minutes ago in your website, I think our listeners will understand what we mean. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay, shukran Ali. That was Ali giving us some insights into Turkish food. But now we're coming back home, and we've got Bashira here with us, who I'm looking forward to what's on the menu for late afternoon tea today, Bashira.